Hi folks, this is a pretty exciting day for me. I am going to install my Fishbones on my Onewheel. For those that don't know, Fishbones help to concave the foot pads and relieve foot stress as you're riding. Now, I'm an older guy, and when I ride, I'd say I have about a minute of pain-free riding, and I still love riding the Onewheel. I'm hoping once I install these suckers that I might be able to ride pain-free and actually enjoy riding this thing. Now, the first step is going to be to clean this sucker off, the foot pads, all that dirt that's on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply use a brush first, and then I'm going to use this PowerTech abrasive cleaning stick afterwards. Let's get into the cleaning process. I'll skip through a lot of this. I don't want to bore you. Now, the power stick is already a handy tool, because this wants to sit upright like this, and the power stick is perfect to lodge under there and keep it tipped, and the brush does almost nothing. So let's go right to the power stick. Immediately helps. I'm starting to think the water, because I've got a heavy coating of dirt on here, I think I might go with the water, because I don't like how long this process is going to take. Okay guys, yeah, I just used a little pitcher of water. I barely used any of the water, and it immediately took off the bulk of the dirt and grime. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'm just going to have to live with the idea that I'm going to have to wait for this to dry out. Okay guys, I'm about to start installing my Fishbones, and the first thing that came to my attention is that the installation of these isn't always pure and simple. For one, if Future Motion did a shit job of installing the foot pad, look how that foot pad on this side is flush with that screw. Look on this side how far it extends. So that's my first, the first thing that came to mind is that it's not a perfect easy install, because I'm either going to cover this screw with the fishbone, or I'm going to have my fishbone extending over the foot pad, because the foot pad wasn't installed symmetrically by Future Motion. So let me get going. Okay guys, I've got my Barracudas, I think version 3, whatever. Basically my Fishbones installed on my Onewheel. I skipped the installation process. I'll talk about that a little bit as soon as I just talk about how well these Fishbones are working. Now let me see if I can flip this camera around so you a view of it. There it is. I think I did a fine job installing them. I've got them on the front and back. And so the big question, I think, is, do these things work? I've got to tell you, I don't have trouble with my feet except for when I'm on a Onewheel. And generally, maybe the first minute of riding is pain-free, and then every minute following is painful. So why I enjoy doing it so much, I have no idea. But I've got to tell you, these things are a lifesaver. I'm not going to say that I'm going to be like those other guys going on 10-mile rides, but I just might be able to get through a mile without having to hop off, as opposed to 100 yards. You know, even by now, like, my feet would start feeling a little pain, and I'm not really feeling much of anything. I'm taking it a little slow because I've got this guy chasing me around. And also, over the winter, they left a lot of landmines, and oh, there we go. I missed those. And so I want to be careful and not hit all those landmines that are all over the place. I'm going to say, you know, for example, right now, without the Fishbones, I would have, at the top of that hill, taken a rest. You know, after 3 minutes, I would have taken a little break. Now I don't have to. Nope. So I'm going to say a big thumbs up for these Fishbones. They're definitely awesome. They're worth every penny. There was a lot of money for a couple of pieces of plastic, or 6 pieces of plastic, because I got them for the front and the back. Okay guys, I'm back to wrap up this video on my purchase of Fishbones, the Barracudas. I guess they're version 3. As you can see, I've installed them on the front and the back. To start with the installation process, pretty easy. The only thing to keep in mind is that often the pad surface isn't perfectly aligned on your board when it came from Future Motion. So I wouldn't go crazy making sure everything is perfect. Just get them on there. And I've got to tell you that these are going to be a real game changer for me. I find it hard to believe that I've even enjoyed riding a Onewheel, given that I'm in so much pain usually when I ride it, or I had been in so much pain when I rode it. Before I got these Barracudas on, there's a little trail I like to ride. It's exactly 1 mile long. I would take a break 3 or 4 times during that 1 mile ride. I have been used to riding in constant pain, and these, I'm still going to ride in pain, but these Fishbones make a world of a difference. I'm hoping that perhaps now, next time I get on that trail, I can actually go a full mile without hopping off this because of foot fatigue. The only time I've ever been able to ride any substantial difference has been beach riding barefoot. That didn't bother me so much. I wear Converse sneakers when I ride. That's probably part of my problem, and I'm going to be upgrading to a better sneaker. But for now, I'm going to use the Converses. I'm going to see if I can now go a full mile without taking a break, and hopefully once I upgrade to a better sneaker, you know, things will get better for me. But I've got to say, the Fishbones are expensive. I think I paid $167 for the double set to put them on the front and the back. And as far as I'm concerned, it's already worth every penny. So I'll catch you on the next one. Please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell if you want to see more, and that thumbs up if you like seeing Onewheel videos. All right, catch you guys on the next, and gals on the next one.